Today, I wanted to talk about something a little more serious. I want to talk about porn addictions and specifically how badly it can affect your life, your friendships, your romantic relationships, and even your relationship with your family and with yourself. Yeah, I'm saying all of this as someone who's struggled with it before. I've had a porn addiction for a really long time. I think the first time I was exposed to porn was when I was around 6 years old. I was scrolling through YouTube on my computer and I accidentally clicked on something inappropriate. And at the time, I didn't really understand what I was looking at. I just remember being shocked and confused. But after that, it kind of just spiraled from there. And honestly, I know I'm not the only person that this happened to. A lot of people get exposed to this stuff really young, especially now because of, online social media and stuff. And it sucks because when you discover something like that early, it can completely mess with your brain before you're even old enough to understand what's happening. And during the pandemic, it got really bad. There were times where I'd do it 3 to 5 times a day sometimes. And it wasn't even normal stuff anymore either. It turned into really degenerate content from different websites like, I don't know, Rule 34 or just fucking Pornhub. And honestly, looking back at it now, it's embarrassing. Because it's bad when you still remember the names of the websites. You still remember the specific videos you watch. You still remember your favorite artists or creators. And that's when I realized this wasn't just some habit anymore. It was something that had genuinely taken part over my brain. And the scary thing about porn addiction is that over time, your brain keeps looking for stronger or weirder material because normal things stop feeling enough. That's how addictions work. You keep chasing the same feeling, but every time it takes more to reach it. And like around 2020 to 2021, when everyone was stuck at home all day because of the pandemic, he didn't really have the structure anymore because school was online, nobody was going outside, everybody was isolated. And when you have an addiction, you're constantly bored and alone. That's like the perfect environment for it to spiral in. And at some point, it stopped being about actually enjoying it. That's the thing people don't really understand about addictions. You don't do it because it makes you happy. You do it because your brain feels like it needs it. It becomes a routine, like a chore. You feel empty or restless without it, so you keep going back to it just to feel normal again. And the scary part is that the temporary feeling, it lasts only over like a few seconds. That relief disappears almost instantly. So then you keep chasing it over and over and over again, and eventually normal things stop feeling exciting compared to it. Your motivation, your attention span, it gets worse. Your relationships get worse. Because addictions don't just affect one part of your life. They slowly affect everything. And yeah, the content I was consuming got worse over time too. I'm just being honest. When you're addicted, Regular stuff stops feeling enough after a while. So you end up looking for more extreme or more messed up things just to feel the same effect. And I'm not proud of that at all. Actually, I'm really ashamed of it. But I'm talking about this because I know there are probably people listening right now who are going through the exact same thing. And I want you to know that I understand how hard it is. Because addiction is addiction. People act like you should just stop. But if it was that easy, nobody would struggle with it in the first place. And I think porn addiction is especially difficult because it's so normalized now. It's everywhere. People joke about it constantly. People treat it like it's harmless. But when it becomes something you rely on emotionally, it can genuinely damage you. And no, I don't think I'm fully healed yet either. I'm still working on it. I still messed up sometimes. But the difference now is that it doesn't control my life anymore. I don't feel like I need it every single day just to function. And that process took time, a lot of time. Because healing from addiction is mostly about consistency. You have to keep trying even after failing. And honestly, that's the hardest part. But if you're watching this right now and you relate to any of this, I just want you to ask yourself something. Do you actually want to get better? Not because somebody's forcing you to, not because you feel ashamed, but because you genuinely want a healthier life for yourself. Because if you do, then that's already the beginning. And if you're not ready yet, that's okay. I'm not here to shame you. Seriously. I know how difficult this is. I know how lonely it feels. And I know how easy it is to hate yourself while going through it. But you're not alone. There are so many people struggling with this quietly. And I think instead of immediately judging people with addictions, we should also try to understand how hard it is to overcome them. That doesn't mean avoiding accountability, obviously. But addiction is rarely as simple as people make it sound. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to talk about this because I know what it feels like to feel trapped by something like this. And if you're trying to recover right now, genuinely, I support you. Even if you keep messing up, the fact that you're trying at all already matters. And I hope someday you reach a point where you don't need it anymore to feel okay. Yeah, that's all.